JOLIN, Rosario, that's me, yeah. Welcome to the show. 773 Songbird Sessions. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? I said, y'all don't even understand. Okay, before I get too excited. JOLIN, Rosario, that's me, yes. And welcome to 773 Songbird Sessions. On today, we're gonna get straight into it. Let me do my shout outs that I always do. If y'all need a special place to shoot a movie, to shoot a video, to sit here and have photographic memories in a room, shout out to Logan's Creative Studio. Please, you can hire them on Peerspace or at makereadymedia.com if you need people to shoot these things for you. If you need me to host your event, you can also go to makereadymedia.com because I'm the only person who can. Okay, what else? Y'all already see it. Lashes activated, okay? Shout out to Melanie Hunt. Y'all can book her as well. Her Instagram handle is MelanieHunt_. That's MUAH. Shout out to my graphic designer, Young Vet, for always keeping me focused in what I need to do. To RAWB for being incredible. Did you guys know I have a single out? If you didn't, you do now. It's available on all streaming platforms, and it's called In My Head, and it's featuring Astonish, who's one of my favorite rappers ever. So go download it immediately. Tomorrow, if you're in the city of Chicago and you want to see 773 do a reunion song, be sure to look up Next Showcase USA. The show is free. It is 21 and up. You just have to register so that they can get a head count. Have your vaccination card or at least a negative COVID test within 48 hours. Y'all don't want to miss this because it's crazy. There may be some explicit things on here because I'm grown, my guests are grown. If you're not supposed to be watching this, please do not. I don't want to get you in trouble, and you sure can't get me in trouble because I already told you not to watch. Do something today that makes you smile because y'all know that I'm about to. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know how to introduce the man. So we're going to get straight into it at your house, in your car, if you're parked, in the studio. Y'all put your hands together one time for Jack Red. Woo!
Thank you.
Hey, friend.
What's happening?
You on the yellow wall.
I'm on the yellow wall.
You made it.
I made it. I'm excited.
We're going to get straight into this if that's okay.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, so I'm stuck in the 90s, you know that, right? So I got my little cue cards, very,
good.
Ricky Lake, Sally.
Keep you focused.
Exactly, because me, squirrel, right? What I have on my, normally I have a list of labels that artists give me. And the answer from you was music, multi-hyphenate. That was it. That's all I got. So I just kind of want to, what does that look like? What are these things that you're able to do, Jack Red?
Yeah, as I was typing, I was like, you know what, this is pompous and way too long. I'm just gonna put it in at that, and it just sounds better. I do wear a lot of hats within the music industry. I'm a producer, a vocalist, a mix engineer, live sound engineer, and now a music supervisor and composer. So yeah, that just feels like entirely too much. So I like music multi-hyphenate, yeah.
And then you'll be able to say it so it doesn't look like I'm like, you're this thing and also this thing.
Yeah, I like it to be a surprise when I come up and just do 5 different people's jobs for them and then going about my day.
And then keep that como si nada, like nothing.
Yeah, like it's, what'd you say?
Como si nada.
You just gonna embarrass me like
My
that?
bad. It's
cool.
Take 2. Here we go. So what is a music supervisor? What does that even mean?
So I've always had a passion for music in film, right? And thinking about the different facets of that, you could be a composer, you could be a music editor, you could be just somebody who has the music placed in movies or TV shows, etc. But the music supervisor, to me, my understanding of it is they're like the A&R of film, right?
Okay.
So it's their job to source and place and oversee all of the cues that you see in your favorite TV shows or your film. And they're the ones with the taste to be like, you know what, right here, we need, you know, this sort of vibe or this sort of artist or this sort of song or whatever like that. And then there's the whole business side of it as well, where they handle all the nuts and bolts of, you know, clearances and things like that. All the fun stuff to make sure everybody gets paid. But yeah, it's a really cool thing because I can approach music differently. I can, and it helps me discover new artists, different sounds. It just has me open my ear up to have music that's more effective for a specific purpose.
Was that different for you?
Yeah, it was very different for me because, I mean, as an artist, you just do what you feel. You're just like, you know what, I want to make a song that makes me feel happy today. I feel happy today, you know, or I feel sad today, or I feel sexy today, or whatever. You just do whatever comes to you. You know, we're vessels of creativity, so we're just letting the emotions flow. And as a music supervisor, it's focused. It's, you know, goal oriented. It's like, hey, you know, we need to accomplish this emotion with this scene. So what best accomplishes that goal? Yeah.
Was that an easy transition though?
I'm still transitioning.
Yeah.
Like when I first got the offer, I was like, can I do that? You know, and I know a few music supervisors, and I almost felt like, you know, am I qualified to do this? So I called them like, hey, somebody asked me to do this. You know, I'd like to do it, but I want to make sure that I know what I'm getting myself into and that I'm capable. And then I asked them for their help. Like, would you be open to, you know, helping me on this journey? Like, of course. That's kind of how we all got into it. Like, you know, you have this passion for something, you land on an opportunity, and you do your best to knock it out of the park. And then there's a community of music supervisors that legit, like, talk to each other and help each other and share music and share artists, and, you know, and it's a really cool community. And it was good to have that. It is good to have that support as I am still transitioning. But it's definitely a different side of the brain for sure.
That's really powerful, I think. With all your other labels, do you feel that you've had that much ability to have a tribe in a sense? Because I feel like with music, just in general, not just even just you being a man, right? Just the specification of you being a black man and you do music, and just Chicago is like the worst place in the universe to do music. Do you feel like you had that on the like production side, the engineering side?
I want to say yes. I feel like in anything that I'm trying, if I have at least one person that's gonna ride with me, then I'm pretty sure we'll be fine, you know. And for the engineering journey, Mike Kolar was that person for me who gave me an opportunity and the space to do what I wanted to do, you know, in that realm. And shout out Soundscape Studios, you know,
for sure,
which was a breeding ground for a lot of opportunities as well as young talent throughout the city. And in that sense, you know, I felt like the tribe there was the opportunity to do whatever I want, you know, build as big as I can, you know, and he constantly, well, to his best, or to best of my knowledge, you know, he did whatever he could to make sure that I was prepared for the opportunities to come. And then as I grew, he grew, and vice versa. It was a team effort. You know, when I won, he won. When he won, I won.
Yeah.
And so did the business. And I met a lot of different artists, you know, through that time. And I got to meet you. I got to meet Ved. I got to meet, you know, even Vic Mensa and Chance the Rapper, and those sagas, you know, started from that first opportunity.
Yeah. And that's so special. It's. I'm glad we were able to highlight that because it's important. Because like me, I'm jaded. Like I was just saying, you know, just the idea of you don't see it often enough for it to be norm. So I'm really glad that that was not your situation. And I'm excited to see. Well, okay, so are you acting on these movie sets? Like,
not yet.
What are you doing? Is that a goal too?
Not yet. Yeah.
Okay, look.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely. I love it all, and I love learning, and I love new opportunities to grow and challenge myself and push, and And so it's all just a new challenge and a new phase. And I'm like, okay, can I do this, and can I do it well? And do I enjoy doing it? You know, and for the most part, I do. So. Yeah.
Awesome. So you are working with Ryan Lamar,
Yeah.
right? Shout out to Ryan Lamar. He was also on the Yellow Wall of Goodness.
Regularly.
With North of 10.
North of the 10.
North of the 10.
Yes.
I'm sorry, North
Yes.
of the 10. And what, can you tell me a little bit about what this is?
Yeah, so it's a film about 5 guys in Hollywood, you know, doing the Hollywood dance, trying to make more of themselves in this space, and they are their own tribe. And they're in different aspects of the industry. One's in gaming, one's a chef, one's a model, one's a dancer, and they're just doing everything they can to make it in this place. And then they fall into probably the biggest mistake of their lives, becoming social media influencers and essentially being the new Hollywood. Because for the longest time, fame was restricted to Hollywood,
Yeah.
TV shows and movies and everything like that. And then social media came on the map, and it was like, wait, so I can have millions and millions of fans from my bedroom?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, you know, and so the film, you know, goes on that journey of each individual story and their personal growth and their camaraderie and them strengthening their tribe, and you know, the pitfalls, the struggles, the things you go through, but ultimately sticking to their guns, believing in themselves, believing in each other, and stepping outside the box to embrace something new, which is what artists are meant to do, right? We're supposed to push the envelope and innovate.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what it's about.
So are you working on like the script side, or you're working on the music side?
Music side.
Okay.
So for that film, I'm the music supervisor, and I'm composing for the film, and I'm also the executive producer for the soundtrack.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's gonna be fun.
That's gonna be so good. Do you guys have a around the time something may come out yet? Not yet?
There's some talks of some
Talk.
things
Okay,
happening
never mind.
sooner than you think.
Yay!
I think that's. I think I can say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Sooner is not a date. Okay.
Sooner is not a
Sooner
date.
is not
Yeah.
a date.
Yeah.
Don't come after Jack Red, please, Ryan. I'm about to be like, why'd you do that?
Yeah.
Well, I'm really excited to see this, and following you, people will be able to know this.
Oh yeah. We'll be. I've been hush on my social media as of late because we've just been working. We've been, you know, getting everything together, but we'll definitely have a lot more info on the rollout and avenues where you can see it, theaters, you know, all of that.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
And you guys should be excited too. I wanted to talk about who Jack Red is for a moment. For somebody who doesn't know you, can you tell them who you are, what
Yeah.
you're about?
I think at this phase in my life and career, Jack Red is my artist outlet, because I do wear so many hats, you know, in front of the camera, behind the camera, in front of the boards, behind the mic, whatever, on stage, off stage. Jack Red became this identity to push forward, you know, my own stories as an artist. I love collaborating. I love, you know, supporting my friends on their musical journeys and being part of, you know, different things. And so that's where you hear the name Jabari around a lot, because I get to make music with my friends. And then Jack Red just gets the opportunity to take a step back and tell his own story in his own way, and have his own moment. Yeah.
Did it take you a while to figure out?
It did.
Like, yeah.
It's a constantly evolving thing, but that's what makes sense to me. That's what feels right to me. So.
How long did it take you to get to this point? I like to, if we can talk about it, you know, to be honest and show that, you know, being an artist is hard.
It is, and I'd say 5 years. What's this? 20? Yeah, I'd say 5 years, maybe 6 years.
Wow.
And yeah, and it's been a great journey to be able to make music on my terms, tell the stories I want to tell, you know, that mean something to me and to the people that care to listen.
Yeah. So does that mean that you have projects of your own happening, maybe?
I always have projects on my own, you know, and it really just becomes me kicking myself in the back to just put them out to the people. I'm an artist, so I'm still sensitive and like, you know, but it's a lot of my friends get on me about it because they're like, I'll play them records and they'll be like, oh, okay, when you dropping? I'm like, and they're like, nah, here we go.
Right.
You know, they're like, yo, put it out, you know, stop with all the hard drive hits. And yeah, the goal is to get these records out.
And what I love about this show is showing this part, right? You wear multiple hats. And even still, with everything you have been accomplishing and have yet to accomplish, you're still like, but this is mine. Yeah. You know, this is mine. I think that's just really important because in knowing a lot of the things that you have been able to do, people would just read it and be like if you guys read Jack Red's bio, you're just like, oh, he's this guy. That's incredible. So I just think it's really nice that we're gonna kick you into gear and get your music out because I am one of the biggest Jack Red fans across the board. Thank you. Because across the board, did you see that? Did you see what I did?
You've been hanging out with Bette for too long.
Bunnies.
Oh my god.
Oh wow. Okay, never mind. The show's over. I no longer want to talk to Jack Red. Forget it. Get off my show. I want to talk about you recently got a voice placement.
A few.
A couple of them.
Yeah.
What the heck?
That was, first of all, dreams come true. If you want to do something, do it. Don't make excuses for yourself. Don't let anybody make excuses for you. If you want to do something, just do it. That's my little shout moment because I've always wanted to be in voiceover. And you know how you go places and you just, and I play around with my voice all the time. People are like, oh my gosh, you should do voiceover. You ever thought about that? You'd be really good. I'm like, all right, thank you, whatever. And so, but has been something that I wanted to do. And so finally, this year, January of this year, I was like, you know what? Let me figure out what I need to do. And I was on Clubhouse. There's an app called Clubhouse. I don't know if people are still on it or not, but it's like a voice chat app. So I was on that one day and there was a voiceover room. And there was a guy who was like, yeah, go to this website, pick a script, you know, come in the audience, I'll pull you up to the stage, you know, read it, and then I'll just give you some pointers. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? How could he give anybody pointers? I looked him up, I was like, okay, he's got a cool resume, cool. And he had a cool voice. And so I was like, okay, well, you know, I'm always open to learn. You know, I'm always open to constructive criticism and good feedback. So went and he pulled me onto the stage and I read the little script. He was like, oh, okay, how long you been working? I was like, what? And he was like, you know, yeah, how long you been in voiceover? I'm like, I'm not in voiceover. And he was like, oh, bro, you sound great. You know, you sound like you've been doing this for a long time. I'm like, no, I'm a singer, you know, so I understand tone, inflection, pace, and all this other stuff, timing and rhythm, whatever. But I'm not in voiceover. He's like, oh, well, man, you should definitely get into it. You sound great. Woo, woo. So I was like, yes.
Right.
Right. So I think that was the last little tipping point thing, right? To be like, bro, just try it. So I went online, I went back to the website he gave me, and there are literally thousands of scripts that you could just read. And me being an engineer, of course, I know how to put music and voice together. So so that's what I did. I put together a little 2-minute reel, and I reached out to a longtime mentor of mine, Jeff Morrow. Shout out Jeff Morrow. If y'all don't know who Jeff Morrow is, where are all the cameras?
Which one are we at? You sound like me.
I want to look at right all here. Of these cameras. If you do not know who Jeff Morrow is, look him up. And then just find one of his social media pages and just say thank you. Just comment thank you. Yeah, so he's been a long time mentor of mine, and I reached out to him and said, hey, I put this reel together. Could you just give me your advice? You know, just tell me what you think about it. And he listened to it and he was like, oh man, you sound great. Change this, change that, change this, change that. Send it to me again and I'll send it off to my agent. Wow. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And so I hope this is okay if I'm telling this story. I don't even know if it's okay with me telling it, but it's being told because he needs the flowers. So, well, he doesn't need the flowers, but I want to give him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, so I made the changes, send it off, and like, I want to say maybe like 3 days later, I got an email to audition for a Super Bowl ad.
Wow.
And I was like, what? What is it? I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay. So I replied back to the email like, hey, this is Jabari. Did you mean to send me this?
Right.
Like,
Is this
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, yeah. Jeff Morrow gave me your contact information. Read over the email. We'd love you to submit for the audition.
Wow.
I didn't get it, but
Yeah.
it was an amazing opportunity because it was just like, I immediately just got thrown right into it.
Yeah.
And so this is January, and in terms of how that email was from Jeff's agent, or one of Jeff's agents, and she was like, yeah, Jeff sent me your reel, you sound amazing, we'd love to sign you. And so I was like, okay, cool, bet, let's go. So then here's the artistic or the sensitive side, where for me, because it still is my voice, and so I'm protective over it, right?
Yeah.
And so my email just starts buzzing daily, getting all these auditions. And so the process is, you know, your agent will get an audition, a client or a brand or whatever, be like, hey, we're looking for, you know, a male between 30 and 50 who sounds conversational and confident and low voice, and, you know, they're just friendly or whatever like that. And so my agent will send me those because I fit the description or whatever. The only time that I'm happy to fit any description, by the way.
Okay.
That's a whole other interview. So I'll submit for it, and they're like, yeah, just read this, you know, as you. And so about 15, 20 auditions I'd gone on, and I just wouldn't hear anything back. Just nothing. Wow. I was calling my agent, like, hey, you know, let me know if there's anything better I can do, or like if I need to, you know, just give me any feedback, you know, so that I can get it right.
So you can work on it, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, you're doing great. You sound great. Like, it's just be patient. And so one day I get a call for Boost Mobile. They're like, hey, the Boost Mobile people, they loved your audition. They wanna book you for this session. It was a big project. It was a nationwide project. Had a nice little fee. I was like, okay.
Right?
Okay. And so so I go on that audition, and I do that session, and I learned a lot in that session. It was a 2-hour session, but like, you're reading this copy, but you're reading the same thing maybe 50, 60 different times, and they want different inflection in different places and everything like that. And so this was a new experience for me. I'm like, okay, it's voice acting essentially. Yeah. Because like, you're reading the same thing, but you have to sound like you're reading it for the first time. You have to but still not be announcery or selly, like, hey, this is Boost Mobile, and there are new, you know, it's like, they don't want any of that. It still needs to be natural. It still needs to be conversational, like you're just talking to a friend, right? Yes. And so that was something for me to learn, and I did that, and that worked out, and they ended up calling me back for other campaigns, and since then I've done Pepsi, I've done Etsy, I've done Hallmark, I've done Masterclass. Come on, won't you do it? I've done Tillamook. It's been a bunch. Yeah, and it's still going. I just got booked for some other stuff that I'm going to be doing tomorrow. So yeah, even my agent was just like, you believe me now? You see, right? You just gotta wait. I'm just like, all right, cool out. You know what I'm saying? What a lesson. Yeah. So, you know, but it's all still a learning experience, and, you know, just be patient. But the biggest lesson in all of it was to just be yourself, because I thought that I needed to sound a certain way for them to select me. So when I would get auditions, I would Google the brand and I would listen to some of their commercials. There's a website called ispot.tv and they have like all the ads that are on TV, like on there. You can search an ad and it lists who the agency is, who the talent is, everything like that. So I'm listening, okay, this is who they like.
Wow.
Right, so I'm thinking like, okay, yeah, I'm thinking I need to reference.
Yeah.
But, you know, and I think that was my biggest mistake up front because I was trying to sound like somebody other than myself.
Yeah.
I was trying to be what they liked instead of who I am. And I think that's the lesson across any industry.
Man,
you know what I'm
listen.
saying? Just it's only one you. It's really only one you. And so, you know, when I finally stopped being and I think the boost thing, it's funny that I landed that one because it was, like I said, I'd gone on dozens of auditions and I wasn't getting anything. And that was one audition that I did. I was running late to something, so I just did it real quick. I was just like, oh, whatever, I'm probably not gonna get it. And I didn't overthink it. I didn't do the research, I didn't do anything. I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna read this.
Come on.
And read it and it was like, okay, we like him. I'm like,
what? Right.
So that was really cool, but that's the lesson. Be you. It's only one you. Be patient, and you know, just don't let anybody block you from something you want to do.
That is a word on today. That's a word. That is a word on today. Which camera am I at? Who am I looking at? Number 2. Listen, that literally is so important, especially in the field. Him. Who am I talking to? I'm just overly excited, all the words. Just the idea of like every part of the industry that you're in currently is overly saturated, right?
Sure.
And so it took you to that point of being like, here, this is me by accident because I'm in a rush. And that's when everything unfolded. And if that is not a testimony, I don't know what is, okay? Yeah. Listen, so good, it's so good. And I'm really excited for you.
Thank you.
Is there, right now with you doing voiceovers, do you feel that you're a little more comfortable with the process of it, or are you still learning that too?
I think I have it now, because I will say you gotta have thick skin too, because like some of these producers will be like, yeah, no, that was terrible. All right, so let's, oh yeah, no, you're not getting it. Okay, he's not getting, okay, let's recalibrate. Let's come back.
Wow.
You know, the black man in me. It's like, what this nigga just say? You know, and everything's remote, you know, so I have my home studio, and so we're not face to face. And so I think that's a little bit more of it too, because people feel safe in their space. And people feel sometimes even, you know, emboldened in the privacy of their screen.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm a real person.
Hello? And you got real hands.
Real hands. But, you know, it's just one of those things like, no, it's not personal. It's like, hey, you are performing a service. You know, they're contracting you to do a job, do your job. You know what I'm saying? They just have a specific way that they need the job done. And they're confident in you to be able to deliver, because out of the thousands of auditions that they went through, they listened to thousands. I was talking to my agent yesterday and she was like, yeah, you've worked with a few agencies now that source talent nationwide.
Wow.
They listen to thousands of voiceover talents and they chose you. So it's something about what you do and how you do it that works for them. And so they're confident in you to deliver. So if they're pushing you, it's because they know you can do what they need you to do. So I had to get that part.
I'm sure it's super hard, huh?
I'm like, okay, it's okay. I've had to mute my mic a few times, like, okay. And there was one time, so because we're recording remotely, I'm recording my own file on my computer, and then at the end, I send it to them as a backup. Oh. My very first time doing that, I didn't edit. So luckily they didn't need the file, so they never actually listened to it. But there were times I was muting my mic to them, but not on my recorder.
Oh, no.
So, and this was like one of my first on sessions where I'm like, man, y'all, ooh, and I'm doing other stuff on my phone. I'm yelling at my wife in the house, and it's just the dog's barking, and it's like, everything in there. Everything is in there. And I was just like, And I realized later, like, hey, yeah, you can edit this out. Like, only send them what they need.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're out there, don't listen to that file.
Please don't delete it. Wherever it is, just erase it.
You know who you are. Go ahead.
I want to talk about songwriting.
Okay.
First off, production, songwriting, singer. Does that come in an order?
I think I'm a singer first. I came out the womb singing. So I'm always gonna be a singer first. And then I love storytelling. So I think songwriting comes next. Even though you can tell stories through music as well, I don't know, I think there's a tie. I can't answer.
That's okay. It's not a trick question.
Okay. Yeah, but singer first for sure.
Singer first.
Yeah.
One of my favorite singers. Okay, did I say that already?
Stop.
Who's gonna be putting out projects soon?
Yes.
Because we're gonna kick him in the ass to get going. Get it together, Jack Red.
Yes.
What is your songwriting well, the reason why I asked was to see what your process was, because as a producer, sometimes music comes first versus lyrics. What is that like for you?
Music comes first.
Yeah?
Yeah, for me, music definitely comes first. Melody comes first, and then I just try to listen to it and say, what story is this melody saying? Or like, what story is this music, this movement saying? Like, what's the vibe, what's the energy? And I think that's why the music supervision and the composing thing, like, kind of works out, because that's kind of the job, right? It's like, hey, there's a scene and she's crying. You know, she just found out that her brother died and she will never see him again. And she was on her way to his birthday party, you know, a surprise party or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like all these things, it's like, okay, what, you know, what's the story here? And so it's like reverse engineering. And on one end you have all of those descriptors, and then you need to match music to that. And then the other end is you have music that, you know, or I'll just create something. I'll be at home and I'll just play something on the piano, just something that just comes out. Or I'll be in the shower and something, the way the shower is running, you know, it's like, oh, there's a rhythm there. Okay, cool. And then go back later and listen to it like, okay, what are you telling me? What are you saying? Wow. And then I'll just record and just go, and then listen back, and there'll be like words within whatever I'm freestyling or mumbling or whatever. I'll be like, okay, right, Jesus,
Okay, hello. The songs that you currently have out that are available to the world that you guys can get right now, did you write those?
Yes.
Was that a difficult process? Is making a project difficult, like an EP or an album? Is that difficult for you?
Yes, because it requires focus. It requires a very concise and focused thought. You're telling story from beginning to end. I ramble. I get lost in the weeds sometimes with telling stories. You know, like, oh yeah, and when we went here, oh, and there was a squirrel in the tree, and he had like a full nest of nuts, and it's like, wait, that has nothing, where were we going? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like writing a project, you have the larger theme, which is the project, you know, what the message of the project is, and then you have these stories in between, which is what Holy Affair ended up being. As an EP, it was like, you know, Holy Affair, The Misadventures of Jack Red, and it was just meant to be these episodes, you know, that expound on somewhat fleeting thoughts, and each song we kind of just got to delve into that thought or that emotion. And shout out Liam Trumbull and John Levert and everybody that was a part of that project that saw the vision and helped me bring it to life, from the music to the visuals, because it ended up being like a short film type thing.
It was awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. I study everybody who comes on here. Obviously, as a fan, I know all the stuff already, but just in reliving everything solid, right? I think you did a really good job visually and writing wise. Like, they matched so well.
Yeah.
And it was also different while being cohesive.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So good job on that.
Thank you.
I am so excited about so many things that you have coming up. like this game we're about to play.
Yes.
If you are new to 773 Songbird Sessions, we play a game on this show. It's called You Don't Know, You Don't Know, You Don't Know. Because you don't know what the artist is going to say. Jack Red, I'm going to give you a word.
Okay.
You're going to have 10 seconds, not 9, not 11. You'll have 10 seconds to figure out a song with the word in the title or in the song. Okay? You know, every boxing ring has a ringside girl. I have a buzzer babe. Melanie Hunt in the corner, do you have your buzzer ready? If you hit 10 seconds, that's the sound you're gonna hear.
Okay.
You out there in the interwebs, you guys can't hear it. Maybe you can, but either way, you'll see his face. He's gonna be upset because he didn't make it. Brittany Edwards was on last week, and she did not like Mel by the end of the show.
Oh.
She's like, no, I don't want the buzzer.
We're gonna be friends. We're gonna be good friends, Mel.
Team inside the studio, you cannot help him unless we give the okay, all right? No. Jack Red's got 5 pages because I'm like, he knows too many songs.
Okay, you have way too much faith in me.
Mr. Red, are you ready?
No.
Okay, great. Here we go. Guys at home, are you ready? Mel, are you ready? Team, are you ready? Y'all can make noise. It's cool. Yeah, let's get it. All right. Your first word is going to be easy. Ready? Mm-hmm. It is better.
Better now, better now, better now. Yeah.
That counts. You see how that counted? You see how you did that?
Yeah, but that was terrible.
It was a warm up. Okay,
All right, cool,
it's the
cool,
warm up. It's the warm up in the session. Listen, if anybody is the most genius person in the universe about being patient in a studio, it is Jack Red. I just want to let y'all know that.
Wow.
So I'm giving
man.
back, brother. Okay, I'm giving back the time that you had to endure me in the studio.
We're good.
Your word is friend.
Friends. How many of us have them? Friends. Sorry.
Rob, you really got to be on the camera game because apparently Jack Red wants both.
My bad. Yeah.
No, we got it. I got a solid team.
Yeah.
Your word is only.
Only you can make this world seem bright. Yeah.
I hate when they just give me snippets and I'm just like, I just
couldn't think of
want
the next
more.
part.
I'm so
I'm just
selfish, okay? So, fine. Your word is remember.
Do you remember the time when we fell in love? Do you remember the time?
Come on.
When we yeah. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right.
You always gotta get that.
Because when it's playing, you're just like, okay, wait, but you need this one piece right here. You're doing so good.
Yeah.
Could you be the champion of season 2?
What's the high?
You just can't get any wrong.
Oh. But who's the season high right now? Who's the record holder?
For season 1, Young Vet holds the crown.
How many?
That's a good question. I don't remember at this point in my life.
Let's
we'll
shatter
come back
Let's
to
go.
it.
Let's go.
Yeah. Your word is best.
Best. That I need in the morning, but rain when it's pouring. Give it all. I just want to see you. How do you want? When do they say best? I know you're a star. Where you go, I'll find.
No matter how far.
If life is
here we go.
Then you're the best part. Oh, you're the best part. Yeah. Best part.
Okay, never mind. The show's over again. We have canceled this show 46 times. Jack Red is a holder for me canceling this damn show.
I gotta show the voice
in an episode.
I'm auditioning right now.
There you go. You know what? Let's do that. Let's give you a word and you have to sing it in a particular.
In a whole different character.
Yes.
Voice? Okay.
So your word is name.
Name. Say my name when no one is around you. Say, baby, I love you. You ain't running game. Say my name. You ain't got no shade. Ain't gonna let me, baby.
Come get your man, girl. Come get your man. Listen.
I'm having too much fun.
All right, well, this one you have to sing as Jack Red because I set you up. I got 2 set up words, and this first word is sometimes.
No.
Really?
No. I'm kidding. Okay, I got you.
I was so devastated.
It's the day before my wedding, but it's you that's on my mind. Can't help how I feel, who knows if it's real or just a waste of time. I thought I could forget you, erase you from my mind. Yeah, I know I walked away, but now I'm running blind. Yeah, I'm running blind with these rockets on my shoes and this salt all in my eyes. Tried to flush it with my tears, but my soul is bone dry. How's the rest of the song go?
Tomorrow I get married and we'll be nothing.
I just wanted to get her to sing, that's all. Hey! Sometimes I miss you.
Thank you. He did the whole verse. I'm like, the chorus literally is where it starts.
Right.
Never mind, I ain't complaining.
You're right.
All right, your country singing word is peace, as in peace, like
Peace.
balance.
Peace.
Gospel songs count.
Peace be still, my soul.
It's the face for me. What is this face?
Let's see if it's gonna ride, that's all.
Oh, okay. Wow. You're doing really good. Alrighty? Are you ready?
I'm
ready. Already?
Already.
Are y'all ready? Listen, don't get me started with a country accent, honey. I was a Southern belle in my past life. Your word is, I want it to be good.
Okay.
Okay. You cannot sing Music Soul Child. Your word is beautiful.
Beautiful girls all over the world.
Nice.
Not a danger, not a danger, got nothing on you, baby.
Wow.
Nothing on you.
Throw all this shit right now. Stop it. Okay. We're leaving again. We left again. We're leaving again. All right, I'm gonna give you 2 more words.
2 more? Okay. How many are we up to?
Anybody else counting? I don't count. I get lost in the moment. No?
Well, just say I'm better than Vet, that's all.
Oh, wow!
As long as I'm better than him.
Pew, 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 pew. Listen, what I'm going to do, we're working on a You Don't Know day where we're going to be like Family Feud style.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to have to get you back on, and it'll be you versus Young Vet to see.
To see how badly he loses.
Oh, wow.
Got it, okay.
I gotta stay in JOLIN Rosario mode, right? Like, don't be talking about my husband, first of all. That ain't what you about to do. No,
he's great.
I'm the
just
first one to be like,
that's
oh,
all.
wow.
That's the only thing that I'm saying.
Wow. You hear this? This is gonna be a great game. All right, your word is, did I say now? We didn't say now, right? So your word is now.
Nope. I need you now. Did I pass the buzzer? I need you now. I need you now.
Sing, Jack Red. Sing, Mr. Man, whose name I don't know.
This person.
When Jerome was on, I call him Joshua, so I'm like, yeah, Jam Jr.
Wow.
Joshua, you better, you with the name and the face.
That's hilarious.
All right, your last word. Your wife cheated. So
she didn't say
one more.
She didn't say anything.
You hit him with the white
She was just like,
and the hand.
She was like, bro, what are you doing? I'm like, all right.
Right. So I'm gonna give you another one. You see what you did? Nice going. Your word, sir, is scared.
Scared. It's the Brandy song, Scared or Beautiful. I don't know how it goes though.
I cannot even believe that that's the one that you went with. That is one of my most favorite songs ever.
Scared or Beautiful. Is that how it goes?
It is. And the fact, I'm floored that was the song. Nobody else knows that one.
Dang. Technically, I don't know it either. I know the name.
Yeah, that counts. That counted.
All right, cool.
That counted. All right, your last song.
Sorry.
Last song.
Okay.
This is really hard. Your word is ISO.
Isolate.
Why is he playing with my emotions? Somebody come get Jack Red off of the yellow wall of goodness.
Okay. Isolate. Right now I need a little time to myself. I need isolation. Don't worry about me, I'll be fine by myself. I need isolation. Yeah.
Let me tell you about earlier. My husband walked into another room. I had this song playing, right? Because we go through these binges of like having to play our friends' songs like multiple times. And I need isolation, right? He's in another room and it sounded like you.
Oh.
You know how well he mimics? It was hilarious. It was so good. Y'all, Jack Red was on the yellow wall of goodness today, and I'm so grateful. Make sure you follow him everywhere. Thank you for coming on the show, friend.
Thank you for having me.
Be sure to follow him on everything. Look out for the movie because it's going to be phenomenal. Don't go anywhere, though, because we're about to be right back. We're going to be right back. We'll be right back.
Yes.
We'll be right back.
Back.
There
you go.
Where is
With
that?
the pigtails.
Where does that even live? Back. What?
I almost said something.
Never mind. All right, we gotta go. But you don't gotta leave. We have to set up for the incredible show that's about to happen.
Stay tuned.
JOLIN Rosario, that's me. Yeah. Welcome to the show. Hey, happy Wednesday. It's your girl JOLIN Rosario coming to you live from the studio. Kind of. You know this is pre-recorded, this little commercial here, because I'm over here backstage running around like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to get this performance to be beautiful. Because, honey, this artist is about to kill the mic. You know we don't play here at 773 Songbird Sessions. Anyways, I want to let you guys know that your ad could go here. Please, if you own or operate a business and you're interested in some marketing promotional tools, reach out to me at 773songbirdsessions@gmail.com. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment this video, of course. But if you're curious to see how your ad could look, check out this awesome reel by Make Ready Media. Don't go nowhere. We're not done. JOLIN Rosario, that's me, yeah. JOLIN Rosario, that's me. 773 Songbird Sessions. Welcome to the show. I'm just here to let you know that it's time. Have a seat so we can talk. How you been? What's going on? Let me know what's on your mind. Yellow wall of goodness for the game and conversation. Gray wall of goodness to show what it is you're made of. I'm so grateful for you being on the show tonight. Welcome to the show. 777. Songbird Sessions. 773 Songbird Sessions. If you want your lashes activated and your hair to look as fly as mine, be sure to follow my girl Melanie Hunt at MelanieHunt_MUAH. That's MelanieHunt_mwah. See y'all soon. Waking up wondering who you text and wonder if my touch is still effective. Maybe it's me, baby, up in my head. Maybe, baby. In my head, in my head, in my head, in my head.
What's going on? This is your boy Jack Red, and we are rocking live on 773 Songbird Sessions series with the one, the only JOLIN Rosario here at the beautiful Logan Square Creative Studio in my city, Chicago. Stand up. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, at Life of Jack Red, TikTok, at Life of Jack Red, all of the above. Wait, don't go nowhere. We're not done. We are not. Sit down. Just relax. We coming back. We got something special for you. Stay tuned.
JOLIN Rosario, that's me, yeah. Welcome to the show. Hey, happy Wednesday. It's your girl JOLIN Rosario coming to you live from the studio. Kind of. You know this is pre-recorded, this little commercial here, because I'm over here backstage running around like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to get this performance to be beautiful. Because, honey, this artist is about to kill the mic. You know we don't play here at 773 Songbird Sessions. Anyways, I want to let you guys know that your ad could go here. Please, if you own or operate a business and you're interested in some marketing promotional tools, reach out to me at 773songbirdsessions@gmail.com. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment this video, of course. But if you're curious to see how your ad could look, check out this awesome reel by Make Ready Media. Don't go nowhere. We're not done.
Thank you, JOLIN, for having me. Thank y'all for staying tuned. We're gonna sing a song and get up out of here. Shout out Chicago. Look.
I got that Chi-Town magic, Southside habits, Kenwood class, but your boy still savage. Corner store connoisseur, land of milk and honey buns, the flaming hots with cheese and quarter water jugs. I'm coming home like when Ye dropped out. Never would've made it what I sang at graduation. Spent the summer drumming on bangers in my mama's basement. I'm still alive, so I guess mama, I made it. I got big dreams, destined for big things, but I'm still that little singing boy from Aberdeen. I had to leave home to get my own, but man, you know I'm so homegrown. Sing it. I'm so, yeah, I'm so, yeah, so homegrown. You said so homegrown, yeah, I'm so, oh, yeah, so homegrown. Listen. Home is where the heart is, and home is where it started. That's why I'm a young bull with the heart of a lion, mind of a rasta, bold as a giant. Oh, 90s baby, grew up in them crazy 80s. You could get a burner quick as you get the candy lady. I remember those nights I should have lost my life. Dirty cops, damn, I almost lost Big Bro twice. Oh, moved my mom out to LA. But after a day, she couldn't wait to get home. Rather trade the palm trees just to stay in the snow. Cause boy, it ain't got nothing on that straight town, so I'm so, whoa, yeah. So homegrown, yeah. Put your hands up for the lost ones. Get your hands up if you lost one. Yeah, get your hands up for the lost ones. Get your hands up for the lost ones.
Thank y'all so much for having me. Stay tuned.
Y'all can get Homegrown. It's available. Yeah. It's out and about in these streets, in all the city streets, everybody's cities and country. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
My heart is so full, guys. As always, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself today because I'm just so excited, bent up energy. Thank you so much for coming on. Be sure to follow Jack Red everywhere on everything. Look out for the movie. Be sure to share this video today. Do something today that makes you smile. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.